Oh, good evening, everybody. How's it going? Oh. Blimey, I am behind on, like, everything. Evening Slayer, how's it going? Oh. Alright, I actually need to get registered for the races. Bunny just put my wheel in as well. My water bottle is like... Put it back in the right place. There we go. I got it. As you can tell, I am totally prepared for the stream. Totally prepared. But you're still set at a blank screen. Oh, it's been a while since I've seen multi-car registration for SRS. Let me actually sign out. I have the colors on there. You know what? God damn it. Never mind. Ugh. Anyways, yeah, I am just sort of trying to catch up on things at the moment. Get myself all sorted. Busy week. Busy couple of weeks, really. I've got lined up. because at the moment I'm in the middle of, well, I've just started really a training sort of course for work, that's sort of, turn this down a bit more, that is sort of spanning the next 2 weeks. And we're finishing up pretty late as well, so just get home and I just have to, I'm not getting home till like 6 or so. I just kind of sit. Well, I don't have to do a bunch of stuff, and then I just sit there afterwards. And I'm like, ugh, dead. I can't be bothered. And I'm like, shit, gotta do live stream. Alright. Hopefully, this has the right AC it does. Let's go indeed. Let me just... Ooh, we'll get this thing up and running. Starting off the night with the 90s supercars, or American supercars. And praying that, I haven't screwed up the BOP. Given the Viper 10 kilograms, because it's a bit faster. It actually turns, unlike the Corvette, which, spoiler alert, does not turn. But the Corvette has driver aids. So, and it's actually slightly faster and longer straights. So, yeah. Okay, we got the game showing there. Drive things a play. Fair enough. Oh, excuse me. The NSF cars. Yep, the good old Need for Speed pack. Just for the luck, yeah, I'm gonna need it. I'm still sort of setting up some things in the background, so you're just looking at a Viper existing. You know what? I could show you last night's race as I compartmentalize my life. It was quite a funny race last night. To this car in this week. Probably the easiest track we have all season for these cars. Especially given when I've put Monaco on the schedule later on. That's gonna be funny. Can handle these cars very well. Fair enough, fair enough. Yeah, they're they have some character. Yeah, we had the MX-5 race last night, NA, with Dunny and Michael and Slowbros. It was pretty fun, but also very stupid. But, yeah, no. So, yeah, I actually started off pretty well in this race. I was up to, third, and I was holding on to it. However, we get to this bit here. And, oh boy. Wait. Nope. Need to get to the end of the lap. Alright. I make a stupid, and I overshoot the last corner. But look at this gravel. Like, the car does not slow down at all. And then I'm just spinning, and spinning, and spinning. And I try and drive. The car's going nowhere. It's just spinning out again. I then kick it into reverse. It's going nowhere. I'm like, okay. And then I foolishly drive back on and get stuck. And then finally get on the track again. But by that point, I've dropped from third to fucking second last. And I'm like, ah. But there's still quite a lot of time left in the race. So as time went on, I started picking my way back through the order. And in the end, I got like P8 or so. It's pretty fun. Anyways, yeah, let's actually get onto the cycle back through. I just wanted to share that clip. I did make a bit of a meme edit for it, of the me spinning around with music for comedic effect, but it was too lazy to bring up that video, so I just put up the replay. He spins above you. Yeah, he spun like loads of times. Anyways, yeah, actually get some fucking driving here. We want the modern summer tires, and pray that I actually get something in. Turn the mirror back on because I turned that off. Just also check the driver names. Oh yeah. To be honest, the Viper it's... You know, obviously the Viper has a reputation for killing people. Or for, well, not really killing people, but for being a deadly car, you know. But, I mean... It's actually a very stable car under power. I can hammer the throttle out of a lot of these corners. The car doesn't really try and kill me. Like, you've got to be some next level idiot to really kill yourself in this thing, I feel like. Main issue is the braking. Braking and turning in this car, not good. I think later revision, you know, obviously when they got into like the, and they chucked it over to the boys at Oreca to make the GDSR, that was a monster at that point. But yeah, this original version, whew, steering, turning, no. Can't be bad if it doesn't have any brakes. Yeah, who needs brakes at Watkins Glen? Just hit other cars, easy. I watched a documentary about the Viper. Ah, nice. So hello everyone. I finally sorted my life out, so yeah. Right as everyone gets here. Perfect. Oh, locking up. I forget just how little this thing bloody turns. It probably will be. Albeit it's technically the... I mean, it is the faster of the two cars overall. It will be carrying a slight weight penalty because of that, provided that the servo's been set up correctly, but I'm pretty certain it has. I think there was only one small thing that I mentioned to Enrique, where he'd accidentally set the race to the same length as qualifying, which meant we would have had 2 6-minute races, which would have been pretty funny. Oh my god. I just put my foot on the throttle and it was just like, nope, not turning. I saw the car was never going to make the corners, I just didn't even try anymore. Alright, what can we do? Oh, we can get rid of... Oh, wait, that's the wrong way. Get rid of the rear toe. We don't need that. Get out of here. Add a little bit of negative onto there. Maybe clamp that down a little bit. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here, really. I don't have a whole deal of time to be testing things. Hit the Viper 2 had a cool show. I mean, yeah, the Viper... I don't know, yeah. Maybe I'll have to switch to the Corvette to give it some love. Albeit, I drove the Corvette, and I think the Vipers were more fun to drive. Because if you think this turning is bad, oh, you haven't driven the Corvette. I'll tell you that much. The Corvette literally does not turn. There was also a Porsche in this pack, but the Porsche was just... It's so damn uncompetitive that I would have to BOP both the Corvette and the Viper into the ground to make it viable, so I was like, nah. I'll just keep the Corvette and the Viper. There is an alternate version of the Corvette as well in this pack, but it blows everything else out of the water, so it's kind of stupid. It's called like the Canyon spec or something like that. It really hasn't seemed to help my turning abilities in this car, these setup changes. Could also be... Well, I guess I did remove some pressure from the tires. Maybe why in these early phases. So you pick two cars that understeer a lot. Sure you ain't just missing race from? No, because, these cars at least behave like cars. Not whatever the fuck Racer believes a car handles like. I can lift the throttle on these cars. I can take my foot off the throttle without the risk of the car just suddenly becoming a fucking Beyblade, you know? And when I hammer the throttle on the exit of a corner, the car has more of a tendency to slide than just go in a straight line. Such can happen to a lot of things. Nah, I ain't going back to racing. Ever. Well, that's probably a lie. Because I'll definitely come to eat those words. Probably. So, hey... Fuck. Well, there you go. Yeah, I just raced from myself. Car just instantly died. What did you even die on? I guess I was just asking too much. Yeah, okay. The suspension hadn't really settled, and I was like, hey, I have more load. And it was like, nah, I can't take this. You die. Oh, dear. We're off to a great start. I'll bump the brake pad back at 100. I'm actually gonna trim... Nope, that's the wrong way. I just want to remove a bit of rear camber. See if that'll help. I don't know. Probably not. Maybe add a little bit to the front. I have no idea, to be honest. I'm actually gonna neutralize the camber. Maybe add a bit more negative on the rear. Oh, you forgot to register? Oh no, rip. Well, we'll see how this goes. And hope that I don't die too badly. It's gonna be funny seeing the distribution that we have. Yeah, I went with the Viper. I was gonna go with the Viper anyways, but after driving the Corvette a bit, I was like, ooh, yeah. Alright, on the server, there are 12 Vipers, 5 Corvettes. Epic. And it makes you appreciate the Vipers more. Oh, well, the Viper doesn't have BOP. Oh, yeah, I need to stop. Get out of the music. I don't want you here. It was supposed to have 10 kilograms, but it does not. Alas. I guess we'll make do for now. At least, I mean, I'll have to double check what I sent through. I could very well have just not written it on the notes, like a dumbass. But I think I did. That's a me problem anyways afterwards. But I guess a lot of people weren't here earlier, but I am quite... Because if you'd get to make a racing game, what would be the gimmick you'd include? I guess elaborate more on what you mean, what you entail by gimmick. Like, what would you... What sort of answer are you looking for? Because, I mean, a gimmick could be a whole lot of things. But, I mean, back to my original point, whilst he formulates that. Yeah, no, I'm on, like, a 2-week training course at the moment with work. So, if I don't respond as much during the day, don't be surprised, because I am just busy, extra busy. I'm in the office every day, sort of thing, just cramming in information on stuff that we might not even be using. But, they paid for me to be there, so, Oh, check some mismatch. Interesting. Neither of these have been updated in years. As far as I'm aware. Oh, like F1's career mode or something? I think I've talked about this before on a stream. I might not have, but I think an idea that I would love to see, maybe not necessarily for a racing game, but I think when I was sort of pitching or like sort of fleshing out this idea in my head, because the idea was kind of brought to in mind by none other than fucking Street Supremacy, but I was kind of thinking of a game where everything was dynamic. There is no set story, there is or what anything. The like events of the game are entirely driven by the game itself and what happens in the game. But also, like, you know, some games kind of have that, but I'd like to take it further and sort of push in less or more permanence on changes that happen as things go on, as well as, like, having, like, you know, like, the characters that populate the world sort of change and come and go. That's one of the problems of racing games, I feel like. A lot of the characters that you go up against are very static. You know, you whoop their ass, you know, maybe for story purposes they come back later with a faster car, ooh, spooky. But, like, most of the time they're pretty damn static. So I think it'd be pretty cool to have a racing game where, like, your opponents can develop. You know, they can... You whoop their ass and they'll come back later stronger and be like, hey, you thought you had me beat? Nuh-uh. Or... they're like, you beat their ass, and they're like, you know what, I quit. But, you know, like, a game that's entirely driven by systems, rather than any kind of, like, scripted sequence malarkey, with those sequences having a lasting, permanent effect on the world that would steadily evolve and shift over time, sort of thing. Like, that's kind of what I would... It's very ambitious and very complicated, but it's certainly... Like, you know, if I had the power to create whatever the hell I wanted, that would be kind of the idea I would want to go for a video game. Because I think that... An idea like that would be pretty cool to explore. Might be time travel with ultimate timeline, similar to what everyone has the driver transfers. Fair enough. It could be interesting. Well, yeah, I guess... to an extent, you then somewhat do constrain yourself to reality, I guess. Because it's not going to be as interesting if it's not based off of, like, real things that happened. Okay, it seems like all of my tires are a bit overpressured, so I guess I can do a click down on all of them, and we'll go from there. Six minutes for qualifying. And I guess it's like a sort of further sort of push on that idea, I guess, kind of... Yeah, most likely never happen. Yeah, it's a shame. I mean, my idea will never happen either. It's too ambitious and too hard to market, really. For it to really catch on enough for a game company to be like, yes, I'll do that. That's why I kind of said, like, out of all games, fucking Street Supremacy was the one that inspired me to do it, because it's the closest racing game I've played that does something like that. Like, they obviously have the whole team territory control system that is entirely dynamic and driven by the events of the game, but there is kind of a lack of change in the world. You know, as drivers move teams, they stay stuck to their areas. You can't move them around. They also never change their cars. And I get their car is kind of their character, but, you know, their car never improves, so if they have a shit car, they're always going to have a shit car. But also, like, you know, you could play around with it even further and have the sort of... I guess in a weird way, you could have the groups that sort of... Well, I guess the main way I was kind of envisioning this was sort of like a really quirky sort of, like, post-apocalypse sort of scenario, like Mad Max kind of deal, where, you know, they for some reason use racing to solve all their problems and wars and stuff. Like, I don't know, it was a really stupid idea, but it's the best way in my head canon I could sort of conceptualize the idea of, and make it seem somewhat logical. And, like, you know, they could sort of, you know, the different clans and stuff that would make up the area could, you know, they could push in, like, different rules and stuff, which could like, change how you approach things and whatnot, you know, and set standards and ideas around things. But I mean, yeah, as I said, way too ambitious, never would happen, but I think it could be a pretty cool thing to explore. It could also be really fucking boring, because if you just do really boring stuff, then really boring things are probably going to happen. And I think that is the problem. In some instances, you do need to give the gamer a bit of a push to be like, hey, do this thing. Because otherwise they'll just stick to the same boring shit over and over again. And they'll likely just end up with the same thing happening every single time. But I guess in a dynamic system where the world is able to interact with itself, even without the player in theory, then I guess that would kind of help mitigate some of that, because the world would, you know, change naturally out of the player's control. And I guess some people might not like that, you know, as well. Not having as much control as they maybe want over their experience. Because some people play games because they want to have control over everything and everyone, which is fair enough. And, you know, when they start losing control, they're like, oh no, what will I do? This again has my idea is F1 the champions mode you put into situation based. I think didn't some of the later games also have a similar thing? Or am I thinking wrong? I don't know. I know they're doing that with the new WRC game. And I know the old NASCAR games used to do something similar. Where you'd have to try and replicate, like, things that happened in the real world. Big curb ride. Yari is third in a Corvette. Interesting. Bloody hell. Understeer. Yeah, I definitely want to lob about maybe 1 PSI, maybe 2 off of the front left. We'll see. Also catch up on chat in a minute. I'm just trying to be a sweat and do a good lap. It's probably not going to happen. Jesus. I improved, but not enough. I could go again. Never mind, though. I fucked it up. 24 minutes. That's too much. I want 12. That's 19 minutes. That's still too much. About 10 liters. That's a little too little. Put in 12. That should be good enough. Yeah. Perfect. Take away PSI from there. Final opportunity in my EMP. Well, we'll see. We'll see. You mentioned partially a thing. There's a campaign mod for AC that simulates multiple leagues while you race. There are other races happening at the same time. But I mean, I get there are some things that touch on that kind of philosophy and idea. But I'm sort of thinking bigger than that, you know, more change, more permanence. You know, the world could completely flip on its head from how the game initially began, sort of thing. No, I think that could work well for racing. Because, I mean, yeah, some other games do come a lot closer to that aren't racing. I think what you described as a dynamic game, kind of what Elite Dangerous does, you certainly play its background simulation to a race. Yeah, exactly. Some games kind of already do some other things that I would do, but I think, yeah, it's never really been explored much in a racing context, which I think obviously could be interesting. Okay. I got bumped down to 6th at the end there. Ugh. Ugh. Alright, well, let's see if I can go fast. Taking a quick drink before I sign myself to my death. Can't not have a horn? It doesn't. Oh, it only flashes one light, what the hell? Cheers for the luck, I will need it. Who's dying first? Probably me. Cheers for the luck as well. Virgilia, I will definitely need it. Power! I don't know who started next to me, but they got a terrible launcher. It was Lucas in the Corvette. The one Corvette up here with us. In a sea of Vipers. Oh, I see another one back there, actually. My mirror. I guess seeing on how... I'll be keeping an eye on how these Corvettes run throughout this race. Yeah, Yari's on a Vet too, yeah. I'll definitely be keeping an eye on how they run throughout this race. Because that could influence the BOP. I think here, though, the Corvette will actually be reasonably strong because of the big power sections. Like, you saw just how much of an advantage he had on us there on that straight. I mean, I didn't get the greatest run out, but he had a lot of power to put out there. Oh, they touch a little bit behind. But yeah, the Corvette is, it doesn't turn as well, and it doesn't, I don't think it's as fast or any quicker at all on exits in terms of power, but in terms of long run power, like top speed, it's definitely outclasses the Viper. Oh, he is barreling in, Jesus. Oh, so is the yellow Viper behind. Luckily, the big nice runoff. But that really threw me off there, and it's going to allow Danny to close in. Ooh, I'm understeering a lot here. Yeah, I got all thrown off there. Because Lucas just flying. Danny is going to have a run. Let's see if he's going to... How bold is he going to be? Not very. I don't blame him. I'll try and read that big message in a minute, Adam. But, there's a big one. Two Corvettes back there fighting, both Yari and Lucas. Not surprised that... I'm surprised, though, how seemingly no one tried time traveling in racing games. I feel like it... Okay, braking zone. Oh, Robert's going very wide, so is Danny. Should be pretty quiet here. I feel like it was a significant portion of players who do races to experience different areas of racing. Attempt to recreate Star Races, AC and AMS reflect. I mean, I guess, yeah, you kind of already have it in a very slight way of Sims, but I mean, I get in a way yours is probably similar to my case, where it's like, you can get somewhat close, but it's not, maybe not quite what you want. There's a brake wheel turn as well, it'll go fast, but other than that, it's a great car, yeah. Yep, he killed Lucas. I think that was more a spike strip. He couldn't brake. No tires. Seems like this car does gobble for its tires, though. Which is, it's good we're doing short races. I can tell you that much. Ugh, the understeer, it's killing. Killed him in M2 time is it big? I've to try to old Nürburgring in a real old race up fear of dying. Well, too bad, because that'll never happen. You would have to lose your fear of dying to be able to drive Nürburgring, especially old Nürburgring, without a fear of dying. Even in a sim. Cheers for the luck, Adam. Even though we are a little bit about a quarter of the way into this race, I still need all the luck I can get. Especially if I don't have any chance of climbing up this order any further. Oh, on the curb a little bit there. Type slow. Been typing a lot. So I'm not surprised there's a bit of a backlog. I mean, I've got it easy because I could just sit here and just jabber away about random shit. Jumping some spike strips. Is it buffering? Uh-oh. I hope not. Ooh, big understeer there, but that's okay. Oh, okay. You debated me. I mean, last week, I think, was it last week? Yeah, I think it was last week. I had big problems at the start of the stream, faffing around with trying to sort out why OBS was just dumping like 7 million frames for no reason at the start of my live stream. And then it just kind of sorted itself out after a bit, and I was like, oh, okay. Oh, no, right, yeah, it was Discord. Discord was just gobbling everything up for some reason. And as soon as I closed it, fixed. Have a run here. Be spicy one at that. Okay, no, I wasn't really able to go anywhere, but I didn't really want to stay behind him because of the bloody rubber banding. I really hate that about AC's netcode, the rubber banding. Really kills some racing sometimes. Good chances of a podium. I'm not so sure, but we'll see. Especially not if I drive like that. Oh, Robert's gone a little bit wide. He seems to be struggling. Still ill. I'm not sure. Okay, he just backed out. Alright, I'll take it. Thank you very much. Oh, floor bottomed out big time. I mean, somewhat, but not really. I guess is the answer to your question. I think it's just the usual autumn / early winter, like, stuff. I don't know. Probably also a byproduct of me not taking appropriate care of my body, but eh. Is it because I... That was weird, okay. He looked and then he just kind of was like, no, I don't really want to overtake. Oh, there's been a crash up here. Oh, it seems like it's between Mattia and a lapped car, who almost crashed into me, bloody hell. I'm going to wash out super wide. I think I'm going to be able to swindle it back round, but it's going to cost me a lot of momentum. Just going to give Robert a huge run here. Is he going to try the same thing? Nope. Who's leading then? Oh, Matteo. I forgot he was in this race. Oops. Okay. Let's find you on Steam now. I always... Oh god, I just locked up there. Okay. I find it funny. But like, all of these games make a really big thing about, like, finally releasing on Steam. It's like, it's almost as if they're acknowledging being released from their prisons. They've finally been let out of Tim Sweeney's basement. Oh my god, I'm fucking up all over the shop here. NASCAR line. Where is he? He's there. Epic is a... Have you not seen that anti-Apple trailer? No, I haven't. But, I don't really keep up with too many things Epic, because I don't really like Epic. The only Epic news I care about is Epic Games still shutting. But, you know, it does There is kind of a problem in PC gaming. A big problem. And that is Steam's dominance over the market in terms of PC gaming. However, the problem is basically all of its competition is just garbage. Like, why would I want to use Uplay or EA Play or fucking Windows Store or Epic Games? I'm locking up again into turn 1. Fuck's sakes. If I could only brake properly in this car, I might actually have been able to hold on to 4th place. Yeah, Fall Guys is... Yeah, Fall Guys is pretty much dead at this point. They'd already crippled it by removing it from Steam and forcing you to have an Epic account to play. And seemingly this wave of layoffs that Epic's been having is, while the reports were supposedly false about the entire studio being cleansed, I'd have to assume a large portion of them were. I think the game kind of fell off after it stopped being on Steam. Fall Guys still exists? Yeah, it does, yeah. Not quite. Just can't quite get it to work. Some theories to try, though. Fireware was a lot better than I thought, though. I thought it was going to tank, but we actually didn't use that much. Okay. So I still want to drop more pressure out of the fronts, it seems. So like that. Fuel was okay. I want to crank in actually more negative camber into the rear, and maybe... maybe try more positive camber on the front? I don't know. I'm just throwing shit at a wall here and seeing what sticks. It might make the car better to drive, might make the car worse to drive. What about Steam's kind of force you to buy more games than you really want to? Yeah. It gives free games all the time, but no one really... Well, I mean, I can't see how Epic makes money besides Fortnite and Unreal Engine, because I don't think anyone actually buys games on Epic. They just get the free games when they come out. So... Damn, so unlucky. Would have bit you if had I not forgot how to chicane them. Right, well, the lap times were like 121.8, 122.28. That was lower than all of us. Any other Corvettes? Oh, they were all down here. I think, yeah, I think I'll probably push to reel back in the BOP for the Viper. I'll make sure that's in for next round. And that's one of the things you can't really check until the series goes live, which is a bit sucky. Epic thinks that's why people look down on their launches. Yeah. And I guess an extra benefit of PC gaming is that we have this freedom in the first place, you know? Like, we're not hard constrained to one shop. We have the freedom to bounce around between multiple. You see, Ubisoft, I could buy their games on Steam too and sync them, yeah. Even though sometimes Steam gets a little loading and comes to normal. I have no idea. I hope not. Oh no! I finished 5th! Hardtop fried out. Is that actually a thing? I don't know, it's hard to tell because it would be client-sided on everyone. But actually, I don't think I really want Aero here. I doubt, lol. Well, you say that. What car was it? There was a car where changing something really stupid, actually. Oh, that was it. No, not the Ligier. The Ligier made sense. Okay. Because the window protruded. But it was on the cross cart. On the cross cart, if you forgot to remove the window mesh, you were just slower. Because the car had, like, a lot more drag. Oh, I've been a bit too cautious there, so I just let him power around the outside. Yeah, that's kind of the problem with what some of these corners in Watkins Glen. You could, you know, you try and play nice on the inside, but on the outside it's just like, yeet, I'm going off the track. But yeah, the cross cart, yeah, no. If you didn't remove the window mesh, you were just slower. Which a couple of people found out the hard way in the first couple of races. Really got that a bit wrong. I just feel like I made this car a bit more unstable in the rear, though. Especially on the braking, which is not particularly good. Oh, excuse me. Oh, fucking hell. Someone's a bit adventurous on the grass there. Oh, that a Mattia. Bloody hell. Rallycross Viper for Mattia. Price gets 60% off, so it's less than €25. Pretty common for games that were on another platform and then get shipped to Steam later. Ooh, I've locked up again! Fucking bollocks. Why can I not brake for turn 1 anymore? Apparently just forgotten how to do it. Oof. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not overly... Yeah, it is downhill. I got it right other times in race 1. I just apparently can't anymore. But, you know, I don't know. Yeah, the Pro Skater games at the moment don't really tickle my fancy. I did have one of them, I don't remember which, on the PS2 back in the day, and played it a little bit, but... I don't think it was ever one to massively grab my attention. Apart from, like, building really dumb shit in, like, the, editor modes or whatever. Of course, there was that phase in the early 2000s where everyone and their mother wanted to do skateboarding. I guess probably influenced by the man himself. It was just a funny byproduct of the time, though. Only the Italian Hawk. Oh God, you have to back out so hard if you make a mistake there. Skateboarding game these days' only real successor is Rollerdrome. Yeah, Rollerdrome is also very different, so I can understand why a lot of people probably wouldn't see that as a as a replacement. But I don't know, I do feel like, at least for me, it was one of those product of its time genres. I could see the appeal why people would want to go back to it. Just like any nostalgic game. But, you know. There isn't really enough attachment there for me to be like, yeah, I want to do this. Mattia is closing in, inevitably, because he's like a second a lap faster. I fucking locked up again. What am I doing? Can somebody teach me how to fucking drive a car? Oh, pardon me. Now there's be a full-blown simulator of specific equipment. It makes sense. Objective is to clear the room of enemies. Anyway, you get arrows by doing. I mean, yeah, I'm not saying that Rollerdrome is a game that doesn't make sense or is bad. I'm just saying that, like, you know, I don't think a lot of people are gonna see it as an analog to fucking Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, because, well, last time I checked, in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, you don't roll around shooting people. So, you know, a bit of a different game. What the fuck happened to Riders Republic? I don't know. It exists. It's a modern Ubisoft game, so it's probably just drifting around, existing with a handful of people playing it. I don't know. I played Steep. That was alright. But it definitely didn't really have that long-term appeal. Bad writing? What? What are you on about? Skate 4 better not PS. You know, lockup. Oh yeah, finally. I don't know about bad writing, but I was just saying it's a modern Ubisoft game. They're all kinda, you know, there's fun to be had there, but they're nothing special. You know, they're games that can be easily forgotten about if you're not playing them. That's kind of more what I meant, you know. I mean, I've not played it. Oh my god, that's a big lock up there. Up. Full throttle onto the runoff. Hell yeah. Yeah, well, I guess it's not surprising. But I mean, to be honest, I'd kind of forgotten it was even a game that existed. Until whoever bought it up here. Oh my god. I think I turned in a little late. No, okay, we're fine. I'm surprised Mattia hasn't really closed up. Skate 4 is GTA 6, the world of skateboard games. But I guess the difference there is that, I mean, at least on the racing game... Well, racing game? At least on Grand Theft Auto's side of things, GTA 5 is still supported. I mean, GTA Online is like giga cringe, but it's there. Wow, Mattia lost time. I gained time on repair. Damn. I wasn't expecting that. I'll take it, though. Means I'm stand a higher chance of winning this shit. That was terrible. Almost straight into the wall. So now I've lost time on both fronts. Amazing. At times I'm locking up. It's a miracle I'm still running in the positions that I fucking am. Jesus. No time first and third you're at the bus stop. I fucked up. I wasn't paying enough attention. He's gonna just walk past me here. Yep, easy. Fuck's sakes. I can't really see. I had to brake there. Fuck me. Mattia, go faster through the bus stop. Shaking my head. Damn alien. Ain't worth shit. AC GTA is very sweaty unless you play casually. I wouldn't recommend it. Yeah, I think it is just called the bus stop. I don't know. It's like a bus stop. So I don't see why not. I think they call it the inner loop officially, but everyone just calls it the bus stop. Because I remember seeing it once, I was like, inner loop? What the fuck is that? But I clicked it as, oh, it's just the bus stop. Okay. That makes more sense. Oh, Lapper. Death. Didn't turn him well enough. Shite. Albeit maybe getting a bit more of a run. Or a bit of a gap here. It's gonna allow me to go through the bus stop. Woo! Big snap. Yeah, boy, I'm on the throttle. As much as I can be, at least. This is pretty close still, though. Oh, Robert. Steady on, buddy. One more time around, I'm pretty certain. And the top four of us are basically on top of each other. See how this pans out. White flag, yep. One to go. That was nice and smooth. Tier got wide. I've got nowhere to go here. This kind of sucks. Woo. I kind of got fucked there. Car just doesn't have the movement that it needs, really. Matteo was sniffing real hard. Oh. Can I get second? Come on! Ooh, no! Piece of shit. Three blue cars all next to each other. I'm gonna assume they have custom skins and this is like the default livery or something. But my skins app picks and chooses when it wants to work, so yeah. Because I do have it enabled now. I finally, after all this time, I stopped being lazy shit. And just, turn it on. I think I maybe could have won that, but I just wasn't driving good enough. Also wasn't willing to take enough risks. Plus reading chat, yeah, it never helps. Bloody hell. I didn't even say good race in the chat, did I, afterwards? Whoopsies. Should have been more aggressive. I could say the same thing. Yeah, I was surprised how slow, like, Both Mattia and Robert were through the chicane. Like, Mattia overtook me because I made a mistake. And then I had to, like, jam the brakes midway through because I was expecting him to be, like, super speedy, but he just wasn't. And I was like, huh. Okay. Hoping you'd follow Mattia. It's kind of... It would have been a very optimistic move to make. And a high chance that it would have just blown up in my face. I wasn't really... I loaded the wrong race replay. I want race 1 first. So I'll quickly run through that, and then get on to the meaty stuff in race 2. I remember what happened in race 1. You see Mattia's crash? No. I saw he had crashed. I haven't seen it yet. Jeez. I guess we'll see. Yeah. So, fun fact, there was actually supposed to be BOP for this series. Somewhere along the line of Chinese Whispers, it was lost. But I think given the struggles of the Corvettes, I think it will be back. Or will be in place for next week onwards. It's just 10 kilograms for the Viper. But hopefully that should maybe be enough. I don't know. Oh yeah, bloody hell, yeah. That's what I was looking for. I don't know what Lucas was doing, but he was just way too optimistic on the brakes. He actually spooked me. I thought he was gonna come flying up my inside, so I turned away. Then I noticed he wasn't, so I quickly turned back, and that just fucked me there. Kind of stopped me from going anywhere further. And then, yeah, Robert was struggling, it seemed, a lot in that first race. He beat me out because I couldn't stop locking up. He was very generous here, though. He kind of just let me have this one. Do I play on wheel? Yeah, I do. Logitech G920 with Fanatec Club Sport V3 pedals. So, nothing too fancy, but I guess a little bit better than just the Logitech. Probably miss next week, but no idea. Oof. Drop out on the F3 for tonight, turns out not finishing dinner in time. Ah, unfortunate. Oh, excuse me. Why does he get back past me? Here. Yeah, because I fuck up. Oh shit, the pedals set me back? Ooh. I bought them on Black Friday years ago, so... I'm really not sure. About £250, I think. And that came with, like, the brake performance kit or whatever. That I've, like, barely used. Oh, right, Mattia's crash. Was he yammering? Shin, was he leading? Not quite. It was close. Okay. When you paid for... I mean, yeah, it's more than I paid for my wheel as well. I bought my G920 for £200. Back, like, 6 years ago now or so. Yeah, it seemed like you're having a nice battle. Oh, no. Oh, no. Rip. What was he doing? I don't know. Okay, so he... Wait, what? Okay, so he... I have no idea what's going on here. Ouch. That's unfortunate for Mattia. Nothing he could have done there. It was just... I don't know how you predict any of that. Because that made no sense. Score mine for 170 off a dude a town over. Was either that or a TMX with pedals and a shifter. But that one didn't even reply to your offer. Oof. I guess that's the... oh, excuse me. I guess that's the difficulties of mine used. I bought mine new, so... Guys are damn fast. I wouldn't say I am. But, people like Mattia and Mattia, sheesh, yeah, they are. So when I get the chance to be anywhere near them, I'm gonna take it. Yeah, I just played it too easy here. And I just, yep. He just powered around the outside. I didn't lose any more than that. I was kind of trying to find a way past him, but it just didn't really happen. I guess not really much happened from then on out. M2 died early. I guess we'll find him. Oh, he's dead. What happened? Oh. Oh. Don't. I can see what you said. Don't look. That was pretty embarrassing. Not gonna lie. You just not know he was there or something? Oh, he backs out. Okay, and then you just kind of dead. Hey, Omari, how's it going? And then I'm gonna skip forward quite a bit. I lock up big time here. If nice. And not a... Oh yeah, I got it really wrong here. And then look at this speed difference. He just strolls by like it's nothing. I'm like, fuck. That pretty much goes my chance to win this race. But look, we're going through the chicane, alright? Man's like a second a lap faster than me. Go for the chicane, I have to fucking brake. Man's slow. Can you believe it? As we cycle around here, you'll see Matteo is there. Mattia is there. is there. And at the exit, the final turn, we would be even closer. So it's all on for them. I mean, this is the top four. Yeah. I'm going for it. I had to try something bold and get really lucky, pretty much, if I wanted to win. But I was going to try. I actually got lucky here. But kind of unlucky, because there wasn't really anywhere to go unless I was going to try a suicide move. Which I wasn't really feeling. Of course, as Virgilio said, I could have tried going around the outside of Robert and following Mattia, but you see, that would have been very ambitious to take. I maybe could have... I think I panicked a little bit on the entry, which kind of pushed me into locking up a bit. And led to be getting a pretty rubbish line in general, but still got a decent exit out of here. And then tried to peg it all. I made sure I lined up the exit of this corner as well as I could. To try and beat him on the exit. But see how much it came down to in the end? It wasn't as close as I thought it was. I cry. Yeah, he was better. Yeah, better wheel ahead. Still pretty close, though. But I guess, yeah, these cars are big and they're lumbering, so it's kind of hard to overtake in general. Only 7 signed. Oh. I didn't notice that. The track is wrong. Did I... Is that what I wrote? I don't think. I did put Brands GP. I put fucking Kimura on the scroll anyway, so it shows how much I fucking know. We're not racing at Kimura. Tell me the track. It was meant to be Brands Hatch GP, not Indy. I was really confused last week when you were talking about a 46 or something like that. Then I was like, huh, I wonder if he just means the bigger lit. Or he means like a 1 minute 46. I mean, it's been a while since I've raced Brands Indy, or Brands GP, sorry, so I didn't know what a guide lap time would have been in the Formula 3 car. 39 or so today. But, yeah, no, it was meant to be, GP. It is not GP. But oh well, we'll roll with it. Too late to change it now. So, ugh. It'll be interesting at least. There doesn't seem to be many people signed up though, which is a shame. We got 8 at the moment. Well, I guess we'll see how it goes. If I can quickly get the results up for that last race. Yeah, nah, fair enough. Oh, well. Oh, wait, I'm looking at the wrong championship. I'm a fucking idiot. I was like, the races aren't even showing up. But I was looking at the F3. Yeah, no, that's fair enough. Yeah, no, I wouldn't be able to sim race at 11 PM either, so. Let me find the right window. Ta-da! Yep, race 1, Mattia wins over Mattia. Mattia picked up a couple incident points in that unfortunate collision with the back marker. Ilmari in 3rd, very solid result there. Robert in 4th, myself in 5th. Danny 6th, Michael 7th, Lucas 8th, Yari 9th, Stephen in 10th, Mart in 11th, Hanu 12th, Gaetano in 13th, Stephen 14th, Henning 15th, and Mehmet in 16th. The Corvettes making up the back portion of the grid, which isn't really what I'd want. I would have been a late until it turns out. Pretty good bunch of chicken for frying needs pep time. Yeah, who would have guessed? Race 2, of course, we flipped things around. Mattia won this time, followed by Robert. Myself in 3rd. Maybe could have been more, but whatever. It is what it is. Matteo in 4th. Danny in 5th. Michael 6th. Ilmari 7th. Lucas 8th. Yari 9th. Hanu 10th. Martin 11th. Henning 12th. Stephen 13th. Gaetano 14th. Stephen in 15th. And Bemet in 16th. Again, the Corvette's quite low down. What was the highest place Corvette? 8th. Highest place Corvette again, 8th. Yeah, Yari, 8th and 9th. And Lucas, 8th and 9th again in both races. So yeah, I definitely think the BOP will be coming in next week. I will make a push for it afterwards. But yeah, no. Not much that can be done about it at this moment. But yeah, knowing how fast Lucas and Yari usually are, having them down in 8th and 9th consistently doesn't quite add up. The only setup for the Viper, I just changed tire pressures and had 8 min. I fiddled around with it a little bit, but I don't really know how much it helped. Most of it was just changing tires and tire pressures, really. I tried fiddling around with the camber and the toe, but yeah, it does turn pretty bad. But if you think the Viper turns bad, don't drive the Corvette. The Corvette is kind of a cruise missile, in the sense that it goes straight, and that's about it. Alrighty. Formula 3 time. Not take America car at all wherever possible. Too bad you joined an America car series. Of course, not a lot that could be changed here. Oh wow, can't even change the brake bias? Huh. Okay. I forgot to check, actually. What about the other things? Race 20 minutes. Yep, everything else looks fine. Oh, bloody hell. Turbo Man out of pits, Patrick. He's eager. Oh, Jesus Christ!
Skins are ready. Press the restart button.
That wasn't what I expected to see. The first thing on track is just the car flipping over. Oh my god. You don't see that every day in AC. God, just violently barrel rolling. I forgot how easy this car is to drive. Because, I mean, I haven't touched this car since I did a little bit of testing for the series, which wasn't a lot. I basically did 2 laps around Kimura and was like, yep, this feels good. And then just picked a bunch of tracks that I thought would be fun. Yeah, it's got a really nice default setup. Oh, those bumps are really gonna with me. I'll back the brake bias a little bit. Oh, overshot it a little bit. Do oversteering, not understeer tires were good. Yeah, pretty much. A very stable and planted car, very accessible. I say as I get a big snap. Unlike my everything. Okay. I just so understeering too slow. The old 312 is ass. Yeah, I've like basically never driven the F312. I might have driven it like once. And then realized it wasn't good, so just never used it again. I'm missing this. Same with the F2 race next week. I gotta be there. Yeah. It is unfortunate, but oh well. Here's what it is. Oh, he's crashed. You know. Obviously, life has to take priority over video games. As much as we maybe wouldn't want it to. One thing that's going to be an interesting point here is just how low this car rides. RSS F3 is also very nice, but might be more difficult. Yeah, it is a bit more... it is a bit more tricky on the tires. Main reason I didn't pick it, though, was because of DRS. Because while I don't mind DRS, you need tracks that have it properly configured, I feel. Otherwise, it's just kind of a bit shit. Which would massively limit my track selection. I mean, it's a straight of stupidity as practical. Okay, yeah, then that is fully on you. No excuses there. You see, this is where you take a page out of my book and you just don't practice. Can't miss a race if you don't practice. Enrique is just disabled the DRS on all tracks that don't have the zones built in. Oh, okay. I didn't know he could do that, so... Yeah, DRS whenever is very stupid. Yeah, exactly. Oh, big snap there. Fucking hell. Okay. Good choice like that. Works like real, not at all, yeah. Well, technically in AC it never really works like real because... Well, A, for one, it doesn't follow any of the actual real-life rule sets. But also... But yeah, I mean, that's the thing, yeah. It doesn't follow any of the real-life rule sets. But also, yeah, in real life there are too many real-life rule sets, I feel like, that would make it kind of a nightmare to implement. Because obviously you've got the Formula 1 system where you have to be within a second of the car ahead to use it. But actually, in some ways, I do feel like I kind of prefer the old DTM system where you have a limited amount of uses of DRS. I don't know. I definitely feel like DRS in Formula 1 has definitely become a bit of a crutch in recent years. And I'd love to, you know, because there's no real cost to using it when you have it. You just kind of spam it to the moon and back. In every DRS zone. Because, well, you've got it. And to use a realistic DRS of a mandatory mod. Awesome. See, my problem though is making people install more stuff is what pushes them away a lot of the time. The more clicks a user has to do something, the less likely they are to be willing to do it. I mean, I've seen in other Discord servers before, people have straight up turned down the idea of literally just installing one track or car for AC to do a race, and it's like, well, you know, if some people aren't even willing to do that, then... Oh, I overcooked it. Make sure I sort of try and stay over. I binned it. I'm only a 10th off. Pretty close on lap times overall, though. Faster than Mattia! Oh no, he's like 2 tenths up. Never mind! Guess I should probably get out there and whack in a couple more laps. I'll let whoever this is go. Might be able to get just in time for traffic. Yeah, we're good. Yep, Mattia goes on pole. I saw a thing today, actually, speaking of WSS, where they're in... Yeah, people want to install one car track. I probably better left off races anyway. Yeah, speaking of racing clean, though, I saw... because apparently I signed up to WSS at one point in time. I think I know why. I remember why now, but I never actually ended up racing on the platform. So I think I signed up for... when Michael and Donnie were doing the, like, Sean Clark tribute series over in WSS. I think I was planning on doing a race, and I just never got the time to do it. But yeah, I got an email from them today saying, like, they've introduced, like, a system, a, like, sort of ranking segregation system, kind of similar to what LFM has, where you have to complete these, like, arbitrary tests and challenges to be able to get your license class, but I don't really agree with those systems. A, because LFM has kind of proven that those systems don't work. And B, I also hate the principle of awarding people higher ranks based off of hot laps. I mean, yeah, there's more factors to it than hot laps, but part of it, on every tier, is you have to do a hot lap. And I don't like that. I'd unironically rather share a track with some of the slower people on SRS than some of the faster people. And that's a fact. That's not just because they're slower than me. In fact, I would love them to be the same speed, if not slightly faster than I am. Because it's always good having that further goalpost to work towards, but, you know, some of these fast people, man, they just have no respect and dignity. It's win at all costs, and I hate it. Like, they just take everything, I don't know, it just saps the fun out of it. Like, you know, some of the slow people, they're just there to have fun, you know? They're really respectful. They're not going to get too downbeat when things don't quite go their way. You know? They're just there to have fun. And that's, you know, what I think it should all be about. And I do get sometimes very annoyed at things, but, you know, sometimes you can't help it. But I don't know. Jesus, I'm down to 6th now? What the fuck? Is the track ramped up that much or something? All the fucking tryhards are out now. Sheesh. I haven't gone faster. Oh well. I'm not touching actually driving these days, I think, especially when I was setting up graphics for the PC. Yeah, it sometimes is like that. I'm pretty lazy, so I just got a setup that worked, and I've kind of stuck with it for, like, ever. I have no idea how much fuel I need. Shit. I'm just gonna put, like, 25 liters in. That's surely gonna be more than... That's not enough! No. Well, we're fuel saving. Guys, at myself that I bubbled so bad during the clear races. So I was trying to help people through since there's been some first, of course, issues. Yeah, I was gonna say 30. Yeah, it would have been a better bet. I was worried 30 was gonna be too much. I should have just gone with it. Ugh. Well, this will be a funny race. How much fuel can I save without being pissed? Hopefully these numbers work themselves out and it's actually fine. But at the moment, it ain't looking too good. Cheers for the luck. I'm definitely gonna need it. Oh, Christian. I have nowhere to go, so I'm just gonna back out of this. Oh, cars everywhere. I just want to live. Can't save that much. Well, we'll try. It's okay when you run out, just push the car across. Yep. I bugged real hard there. Okay. Shaved off about a liter there. Unknown names. I mean, the only name I don't think I've seen here before is Thomas ahead. I've seen all the others. Not too sure about Christian much. Oh, Thomas is off in the gravel. Unfortunate. But, I've definitely seen Lars and Patrick before, and they can be quick. Mattia as well, Mattia. I don't think I need to do any explaining there. Okay, we still need to shave 2 liters. However, we're holding P5. Could be worse. Makes this race a bit more interesting. Probably would have been quite boring. I say that, but I don't know. Mars and Patrick are well more. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I've seen them around before, and they're both pretty quick. I think the only one I haven't really seen is Thomas. Big wobble. Definitely seen Christian before. I don't remember where or how well he did, but I remember seeing him. I've seen him around. But I think because he's He has a Brazilian flag, at least on SRS, so I guess maybe that would imply that he's not around. Probably not around at the times you usually race, and usually only appears for these later races. Yeah, Jessica's done formulas also. Huh? Still need to save more, apparently. God, I'm 50. Many Brazilians understandable because, yeah, time zones, yeah. Yeah, I think they're mostly sharp in the GT Panama versus, like, Hee races that happen. But they happen at, like, 2 AM for me, so I'm never showing up to those. Even if they do run, like, some of the most... Or sometimes run really cool combos, I'm like, damn. I'd love to... Actually, I would say I'd love to step to 2 AM to be able to do them, but I actually am up at 2 AM most nights, so... But it wouldn't be a good idea for me to get my wheel out of those hours, so... It'd be pretty disrespectful to the people I live with. Because they're all trying to sleep. Well, that number is going down and down. So, I mean, I guess that's good. .15. We're getting close. Start turning up the wick a bit more, maybe. But not too much. Make good use of this slipstream. Oh, we're in the negatives. Awesome. Woo! Big understeer. Woo! We're good. Let's be a bit more aggressive now. Tires are starting to fall off. We still have 10. Oh my god. Tires are going to be shot by the end of this. I'm going to start pushing a little bit more now. And we'll see how the numbers trend. Still saving a bit, but oh my god, I'm too close. I just get washed out with the dirty air. I can't get the really smooth runs through there anymore. Does beg the question if I was able to save that fuel and still be keeping up with the guy ahead of me, with the car further ahead, not getting too much further ahead. Does beg the question as to what I would have been able to have done had I've actually put a decent amount of fuel in this fucking car. Oh, big wiggle. Seems like we are pretty good on the fuel. So I guess we do a little burst of a full push. And we'll see what happens to the numbers. The main thing, just gotta make sure the numbers stay green or in the negatives. I might be a little too far back. God. These tires are cooked. Yellow flag. Stevens in the pits. There's still 7 minutes left of this race. My tires, according to Pro Tires, are pretty sharp. At least fuel's not a problem. Oh, Christine got that very wrong. He's going to tuck him behind now. Good, good. Yeah, maybe I didn't need to fuel save, looking at these numbers at the moment. Seriously, there's a bunch of stuff I was doing wrong in practice. Fair enough. To be honest, I'm probably still doing a lot of stuff wrong. Plus, there was fuel saving for most, like, half of this race. Copiously, in fact. So maybe not the best reference, but I mean, I guess if you've learned something that's good, okay. Yep, my fuel number got slashed there from 0.74 down to 0.5. So I do need to be wary of it still. It's not a fixed problem. These tires are gonna seemingly even bigger problem though at the moment. Holy cow. I'm just gonna let Lars go. He seems to be struggling a lot though on these tires. Ooh, we are very close. I think this Christine's trying me again. Oh. Oh, Lars is losing it. Woo-hoo-hoo! Oh no, he killed Christian. Rip. The final corner way too slow. Methinks it went down to. This final corner is a tricky one. Went down too thin, or maybe took a sharp angle and could have just gone wider. Yeah, I think that's definitely a very common mistake a lot of people make earlier on in their sim racing careers, is not using the full track. Like some corners, you can go a lot faster if you just run the full width of the turn on the exits. And it's all about how the corner feeds into the next part of track as well. Because looking at like racing lines for one corner can only really get you so far. Yeah, here, see, it's a constant turn, so you just kind of, you can kind of bank it out a bit. Seems like tires are just gone, though. Ooh, Steven spun. Ooh, missed him. We're good. Maybe might... I'm not sure. Maybe might ask for a deg reduction. But it's hard for me to take out. He's crashed again. Oh no. He's not having a good time. I wonder if for any pit he changed tires. I'm guessing not. I think, yeah, my early saving has come in a bit clutch now, I think, because I have a bit more tires to use in these closing seconds, or closing minutes of the race. That was like 3 laps left, yeah. Tires feel... I mean, it's very understeer, but they feel mostly okay. I don't think they're too bad. The rear isn't an rear is still pretty controllable, and the fronts are still there. Definitely a lot less grippy than it was. But, this means you just gotta tweak your driving approach a bit. I wonder what it looks like on the default AC tires. This could be my deficit. You know, I'm not gonna bother. Almost the curiosity killed the cat moment. And I realized I was being stupid. Alright, 2 to go. I stopped checking the fuel, but I mean, I think the lap times have fallen off so hard that actually the fuel doesn't really matter anymore. It's more seeing how these tires hold on. According to Pro Tires, they are dead, but I know Pro Tires is... the percentages are skewed. It's not... it doesn't show the raw percentages, but rather relative grip percentage of the tire. So the tire now is at its like lowest grip, I would assume, on the rears. Whereas the base AC one shows just 0 to 100. Oh, but yep, this is the final lap, and we have about a litre still in the tank. There we go. P3. Yeah, these looked on the bait. Yeah, I mean, they still had like half the tire left according to Kunos. Tires, so it's not too bad. I gotta try and make the car stop. Woo. Yep. That was a podium. Only a couple attempts off at the leaders whilst fuel saving half the race. It's not too shabby. I'll take it. Ooh. It's kind of what I wanted, actually. It was maybe a bit more extreme than I was expecting. Right, yep. See you, Murray. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for racing as well. But yeah, no, it's a little more extreme than I was expecting. But worked out in the end. I was kind of hoping we could get another racing series going. Where like the car changes a lot over the race. Because that's one of the things I found quite funny about when I did a similar config in the late 2000s Formula 1 cars. The cars were so damn heavy at the start of the race that like people were understeering all over the place. It was pretty funny. Like the starts were just chaos because people weren't used to having such little grip. Oh. The driver's afloat. Oh, it fixed itself. Damn it. Yeah, it's a shame. But oh well. I'm glad I made it to the finish. See how chaotic the start was. Oh, bloody hell, Lars threading the needle. No, I don't think I can make any of those races, unfortunately. I just don't get home from work in time. Actually, no. Actually, yes. I work from home on Mondays. Not at the moment, though, because I'm on a training course of work for this week and next week. So definitely, 1000% can't make these two. But even though I'm working from home, I technically have to work up until 5, so... Or literally up until the race starts, so... And, yeah. Looking at my current workload for when I get back, not sure. Highly doubt I will I'll be able to make it in time for any of them, which is sad. Let's jump forward a little bit more. It was me just poodling around fuel saving for ages. Yeah, it's me trying a little bit more on Christian. Why do I get past him? He makes a mistake. I think I get past both the cars because they make errors. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, the tires are starting to fall off a bit here. And he goes in, big snap, so I just come through. Take the spot nice and easily. He plays fair. So, good on him. Yeah. He's not out of it, though. He tries to come back. Unfortunately, Lars was really not having a good time with these tires. Big snap. Big wobble. This was the first time, actually, yeah, no. That's where I just let him go, I think. Yeah, I wasn't quite able to make it work into the first turn. Christian tried it. But I had the inner advantage. As it hit, yeah, Lars just tipped sideways. Woo! I just kept wide, and I was like, I'm gonna risk it. It's either... Yeah, and then bonk, or unlucky. I thought I'm gonna shut very good watch him. Yeah, thanks for showing up. See you around. That was it, pretty much. Just me cruising to the end from there. Cool. That was that. Results time. Peek at those. Cool, here we go. Mattia wins, followed by Patrick, then myself, then Christian, Thomas, Jessica, Lars, and Stephen. Pretty clean across the board. Only a couple incident points here and there. 3 for Lars, 4 for Stephen, unfortunate, but seemed like they were struggling quite a lot towards the end with those tyre fall-offs. Pretty savage tyre fall-off it was, but I thought that made it quite interesting. We'll see if I get any comments. But, I think for now, I don't mind leaving it how it is. Yep. So at the moment, Championship stands exactly how you'd expect it to. No surprises there. More is next week. That was a week ahead. Yeah, wrong track, but it was still a pretty interesting race. It was close enough to be in the right one, so I can't complain too much. Alrighty. I think definitely, though, after looking... Yeah, let's take a quick look at that. See how the Corvettes fared in race 2. I want to take a bit of a deeper dive into their race. Just to kind of judge how the balance is stacking up. Obviously, mostly focusing on Lucas and Yari. Given that I know those two Well, I've raced against those two quite a lot, so... And they were the top 2 of the Corvettes, so... Be interesting to see how they fare. Where they struggle, where they have advantages. Okay, Lucas off to a pretty measly start, but Yari pretty good. Of course, they don't have to worry about locking up under braking because of ABS. He weasels ahead of Michael at the start here. Of course, the lack of steering in the Corvette is going to cripple him. Michael starts to come back, but he kind of stalls there. Let's see, the peak speed he hits, 147. Michael behind him is at 145 in the slipstream. Whilst Yari, without any slipstream, is also at 145. So, that's not too shabby. Let's see what speed Danny had entered. Pretty equal. I think Sveg, with how long the straights are at Sveg, that'll be the big telltale. I don't think Sveg is next week, though. Oh, look. Oh, my God. Oh, I think he picked up the throttle a little too early as part of his problem. He just washes all the way out. Oh, crikey. Big gaggle. Oh, Michael's. Yeah, this is where the big difference is. Look at the... Lucas doesn't really seem to be doing anything wrong, but Michael just has the extra turning capabilities of the Viper and just bullies his way in. Like, I'm coming through and you ain't stopping me. Corner entry, neither all really seems to have an advantage. But again, you can see the Viper closing up through the corners here. Corvettes really can't turn well. See how it goes on the straight though? Yari is pretty close. Once again, Michael isn't really going anywhere in the slipstream. This is a great case study here. I guess you've got this group ahead. Oh, Matteo getting a bit feisty there. See, where's Luke? Oh, Lucas again picks up the throttle very early. But I guess he's just hoping that he can just... Yeah, he's just using that runoff to power around. Wouldn't want to be using the runoff too much now, because the runoff is gonna very suddenly vanish later on in this championship. So knowing how to keep these cars within the lines is definitely going to be big, important. But you get to see it. He's struggling to turn this thing in. But actually, he is able to hold Michael behind. He's not losing too much time to the cars ahead. But yeah, that cornering difference is just... Oh. Yeah, he gets past him there. Not quite. And they're going to start fighting, which is going to hurt both of them, I think. Yeah. Ooh, big wiggle. Yeah, I think they're just going to be stuck fighting each other now, aren't they? Yep. They don't fully lose touch of the cars ahead, though. And they're not really getting closed up on by the cars behind. So I guess it's not all bad. Let me go and take a look at the lap times again. Over the course of Laras. Did I close down Google? No, I didn't. It's just being dumb. Don't mind me. Alright, okay. I'm just focusing on race 2 because I think that's... Everyone's got a bit more experience of the car then by that point. They likely would have found out a bit more about the car. It's also a bit harder to compare both races without a lot of effort, so... Bring this bad boy back up. Let's see. So their best lap time, 1 minute 22.009. And yours is 1:22.0021. All of the Vipers ahead were doing 21s, apart from... Oh, I did a 20 there. That's nice. Okay, that was faster than I expected. Damn. And Mattia did a 20 as well. Everyone else did 21s. Oh, no, Mattia did a 20 as well. He did the fastest. Yeah, low 21s. They were doing low 22s. About a second off the pace, really. In terms of peak speed, that is. Average, though... I mean, yeah, we were kind of hovering around that time pretty averagely. It was... So yeah, 21's ballpark. Not much fluctuations out of that, unless you're me. And a complete idiot. You can see most of them, they're sticking around in the 21s, 20 range. 21, 20s, you know. A couple more 22s as we start going down into these numbers. However, they never broke a 21. They were all 22s. Consistently low 22s, it seems. But, yeah. I think the Viper could definitely do with a little bit of pegging back. I think maybe I'll push the ballast up to about 15 kilograms. I think that should be a fair compromise. I originally thought 10, but I now think it might maybe a little more. It was originally, as I said, it was originally meant to be BOP, but somewhere along the chain of this getting organized, it fizzled out of existence. So, yeah, is what it is. This is kind of how it worked out in the end. But, yeah. It was good fun, though. Good fun. I enjoyed it. But both races were pretty good. Shame we didn't get more people for the Formula 3. Hopefully, maybe we get a bit more next week. But, we got decent numbers for the Viper and Corvette. But, yeah. I want to make the Corvette at least viable. So... But we shall see. We shall see. I think for now, though, unless anyone has, like, a burning question or topic they want to raise, I don't have anything. So I think I'm probably going to wrap up the stream here and just relax. So, speak now or forever hold your peace if there is something you would like to say. But other than that, at the moment, things are as usual. I'm gonna try... I'm trying to get back into the rhythm of getting out an extra piece of content throughout the week. Other than just these streams. Obviously, it's something I said I wanted to try and do a while ago. Started doing it and then derailed myself. Inevitably, like an idiot. But it's something I want to start picking up again, because it's been a month since I pumped out that video about crappy racing games. And, you know, there's definitely some other things that I've been wanting to do. That I've kind of been putting on hold, that I should actually get to doing as well. But I do have some plans for later on in the month for some streams. Not sim racing related, not much, but kind of is. There's a lot of driving but not necessarily all racing. Come back to me, talk about I should make videos. It's a perennial problem. Perennial problem. I got into the rhythm and then stalled myself. So, I need to get back into it. More motor combat. But, I told you about the definition of a tenny. Yes, you have. But yeah, no. Obviously, at the moment, I don't know. I'm hoping I don't get suddenly lumped with some homework for this training course that I'm on at the moment, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Which I'm glad about, because I hate homework. But yeah, no, that's definitely the main thing that's gobbling up all my time lately. But time and focus, should I say. Also trying to make moves into finally getting my ass on the property ladder. So that's also going to start taking up more time. But hopefully not too much. But yeah. It's all bits of the Formula 3 race. There was only one race. F3 was just a 20-minute affair. That's why the tires were shredded into the ground at the end. But that was interesting, though, I thought that was pretty... So what's the plan now? I'm not sure. Unless, as I said, unless someone has something they want to bring up, they want me to do or anything. I mean, I'm open to all kinds of ideas. Ooh! Actually... Brainwave... I haven't spoken about the Lift for Speed update, have I? The test patch update, at least. Let me see. Let me just check on the... Okay, it's still... You're on a Ridge Racer. Yup. No. Okay, it's still D41. Cool. Alright. I was pretty happy to see this the other day. I've lost the speed. There it is. Okay, let me get this up. Okay. I completely forgot about this. So yeah, here's Lift for Speed. You can't see it. Let me get rid of the scroll real quick. But we are on test patch D41. I've been running these test patches for... Oh, that's the wrong thing. For like the past... Since like January, I think, when they first started rolling them out. So... this build has been in the works for a fair while, but there's been a lot of updates that have been coming with it. Big one recently was AI. Now, I'm sure you've seen some of the Lift for Speed stuff that I've been doing here and there. And let's pick a pretty notorious track. City Long Reverse. Usually on the rundown into... Oh, okay, I don't want that. AI can ride motorbikes, though. They're pretty slow, due to, like, physics limitations and whatnot, but they can do it. They never used to be able to, but now they can, which is pretty awesome. Let's find a sensible car for this. PLP 50. No. We'll go for this bad boy. Go for the old GD4. But yeah, so... Yeah. 400Z. Put in 20 cars, and we'll just do a 3-lap race. Yeah, so recently there was a big update about AI improvements, and I was pretty excited to see that because obviously pretty much all my Live for Speed playtime is fucking around with the AI, and so I downloaded it, I tried it, and I was like, okay, the AI are better, but I see a few flaws here. And I actually reported those flaws on the forum, my first ever fucking post on Live for Speed forums. And, to my surprise, pretty much everything I mentioned got picked up and fixed. The AI still have some way to go, they're not perfect, but night and day difference compared to how they used to be. In some ways, that is kind of sad, because... Oh, I was rolling backwards. Some ways it's kind of sad, because we don't have the, like, uber crashy Live for Speed AI that we used to have that would go cartwheeling off to the moon at the start of the races and stuff. No doubt there'll still be a couple of incidents. Let me just quickly... But yeah, they removed the, well, they basically removed one of my biggest problems, which is the AI would really chicken shit a lot of the time and would back out of moves that they could, where there was space. They still back out. Oh, I was a bit brave there. They still do back out, but yeah, look at that. See, too wide. They used to never do that. They'd always chicken out, slam on the brakes, cause a traffic jam. Of course, as you could see, still not perfect. But look at this, they're about to go 3 wide up ahead. I've just gotten past on both sides. They're much better now at understanding and dealing with traffic. Like, whenever you tried to do multi-class races, they would fall... Oh, he's been killed. These multi-class races would fall apart the second you would run into the slower class cars, because... I'm being very aggressive here. Yeah, because they'd just get stuck behind them. And they'd struggle to get past them, but now they can get past them a lot easier. Oh, I've overcooked it a little bit. No, we're good. But yeah, I was really excited to see this. I put a... yeah, because they never used to want to race. They'd be pretty useless at racing beforehand. I got that corner really wrong. And you used to just win by just existing on the track and avoiding crash. This car is very slippery. I wasn't expecting it to be this slippery. So I went for the mid grip. This is like, oh, a boring GT4 car. It will just understeer everywhere. It kind of is doing that, but it's also sliding. But yeah, no. Like, it used to... Oh... I should start driving car better. I'm really not at the moment. They used to be able to win Live for Speed AI races really easily by just not crashing. Because they'd all crash into each other in a big old mess. And if... when they'd come to lap broken cars, they get stuck behind them and shit. But, yeah, street circuit race maybe it wasn't best example, but it is a pretty strenuous stress test because obviously there are no runoffs, it's just walls. And this used to be a big hotspot for AI crashes, this track. Just due to the nature of it. But they're now a lot more competent. They're still not the quickest things ever made, but they don't need to be. Yeah, obviously, yeah, a lot of other people have, it wasn't just my feedback, obviously, that got responded to, it was other people's as well. But, I don't know, I just thought it was pretty awesome to, think that I've actually, you know, played a part in, making one of my favorite sims better. Because the AI has been a big weak point for a long time, I feel. And I've always kind of tolerated it because it was funny. But, you know, whenever you wanted to try and do anything serious, it would kind of fall apart. So it's now pretty awesome that we can actually have... Oh, that was me hitting him. Oh, look at him. They are maybe a little too aggressive sometimes at the moment. But I'd rather that than what they were earlier, where they were just too chicken shit and would back out at, like, the smallest inconvenience against them. Going for it. My god, that worked. Oh, my car is sliding. Yeah, you know, they can actually put up somewhat of a fight now. I'm not really gelling with the balance of this setup around here. I was a bit more of a handful than I thought it was going to be. There you go, finished. Right, another great combo we can try is at Kyoto Ring, the Grand Prix track. This track has a lot of twists and turns. Want a higher downforce boy for this one. I'm actually gonna go with, if I can find it. You know what, actually? We're just gonna roll with the base game one. Sauber. Trusty old Sauber. Been a while. I'm gonna run again. 20 cars, 3 laps. I need more fuel. But, yeah, you know, you'll see. Usually the AI were in a big pile-up before we'd even made it to Turn 1. They'd crashed around the run to Turn 1 and then made more pile-ups into Turn 1. Get rid of the traction control. And they'd also check up a lot and brake really hard. Really put in scenarios, but you can see now they're all piling in. Oh, they're still a bit eager. And there's still been a bit of a pile-up. Okay, I need to find reverse. But nowhere near as bad as before. Damage am I? Not too bad. Yeah, look, see, look, he's actually trying to make a pass on this guy, and he's gonna make it. Oh, he's pushed him off. As I said, they can be a little too aggressive sometimes at the moment, but they at least can race now, which was something they never really used to be able to do. Well, they could, but it was very not great. Obviously a slightly damaged car going slow. PAL AI 16 here actually has some speed, it seems. Not, never mind. I'm catching quite a bit now. Nail him into here. I can. Oh, he's gonna turn across. Dirty bugger. Can't look on the outside. It looks mostly fine. We're still getting slipstream. Surprised. This eye is moving though. I'm surprised. Actually catching and passing cars like it's nothing. Oh, he's got a crooked wheel, that's why. I mean, see, previously he would just get stuck. Now, breeze past. Oh, I've overcooked it like an idiot. Like a right idiot. I've binned it. We'll go and watch. Oh, there's a bit of crash. Are they doing anything interesting? No, but they were able to reach him without a massive pile-up. There we go. You gonna go for a move here? No. Not quite, but he might get. He's gonna get something here, I think. Yeah, he's got a crooked wheel. Oh, around the outside, easy. Gets it off of that one. Now for the major test. Rockingham Oval. But we do multi-class. What would be two cars that I think would be good for multi-class around an oval? I guess the top class gotta be IndyCar. Do I want the champ cars though? Do I want... Go with the 2019 car. You know, we're starting behind the slower car. What do I want the slower car to be? I want something that's pretty considerably slower. Oh, you know what? Skip Barber. Perfect. Where's the Skippy? Skippy, Skippy, Skippy. There you go. I'm gonna do 6 laps. I think that should be a reasonable number. Where's the Indy car? See how this goes. Tripping over trying to get around the skippies. You see they're actually carving their way through them. Oh, I think one of them's crashed though. Maybe I should have started the cars the other way. You know, I'll do that. I feel like maybe starting them the wrong way around was maybe a little too chaotic. Because they're approaching a big lump. And as much as that is funny, it's not ideal. Oh, whoops. Hang on. There you go. It's better. Okay. Huge speed difference. sprint cars get off to a decent start here. You see there are multiple cars wide. Mostly filing out though, because it is rocking them. Get around the outside here. AI is not going to back out, but he is going to tuck in behind me. Roll my way around. Oh, I'm trying to roll my way around the top side, doesn't work. Oh, the understeer. And carry that momentum around the outside here. Just don't quite seem to be getting these runs. Line up on the inside. And that's going to be him gotten. Yep. Oh, tucking in. Oh, I'm in the wall. Here we go. We're catching the skippies. Oh, they've crashed. Oh, dear. Okay. This short oval setup for the IndyCar kind of sucks. Let me get rid of them. There's just too much drag on a different car. Alright, let's go. You know what? We'll just go with this one. I know this short setup works pretty nicely. And I want my skippies. Skippies. So what about the AI? The AI has been improved quite a lot. It's not perfect still. But if you remember, the AI used to never race each other. They used to get stuck behind slower cars really easily. And all in all, were just kind of dumb. They wouldn't really race. I accidentally added another AI to the field rather than myself. I am intelligent. Shut up. They used to back out as well of really pointless incidents. Like, they'd get slightly squeezed and they'd just jam on the brakes, which more often than not would cause a huge crash. If you go back, you'll see a couple other test races that I did. But this is kind of the ultimate. Actually playing with them now? Yeah, I'd say so. Again, they're not perfect still. But, they're a lot better than they used to be. They're still kind of slow in some instances. You can see, look now. See, they're staying too wide ahead there. It's rocking them, so they're kind of going to naturally filter out here. It was very convincing. I don't know, obviously, I always think the AI can be better. But I would say I prefer Live for Speed's AI now to AC's, as I just power around the outside like it's nothing on most of them. Yeah, you can see their pace in some scenarios still needs work. I've killed that man. But, US circuit race of burnout free. Rico. Looking for party. Here we go. We're catching the skippies. Yeah, the AI aren't great at maximizing grip, especially at low downforce. But look, they also use... Oh, okay. Okay. Well, look, he's going. He's going. Up. Up. Okay. This was... Oh, shit. Okay. Okay, this is a terrible test. This is supposed to be a grandiose showcase about how they can actually pass lap or like slower cars now. But I think I stack the odds too much in their favor, or too much against them. You know, LMP2s. Okay. LMP2s against... We'll throw in... No, we'll throw in a few Borches. A few Porsches, and we'll throw in a few Zeds. There you go. Got a bit of a mix. And for the funnies, I'm going to start right behind them all. What game is this? It's Lift for Speed. But also, yeah, as the extra nice little bit about these changes is actually, yours truly did actually have a say in providing some pretty valuable feedback. And somewhat selfish, because I got the changes but I looked at the game and I was like, damn, these AI changes are pretty swanky. But they could be a lot better. And I threw the ideas down. Legit, my first ever post on the SRS forums. Or SRS? Live for Speed forums. Sorry. And the developer came back, good old Scorwin, and was like, you know what? Yep. This feedback is good. I will implement it. And I was like, damn. Multi-car racing in SRS? Yep, with the Viper and Corvette, yep. Well, they've changed the interior on this car. Looks a lot nicer now. I like. The screen does not work. Who needs traction control? But they are a lot better at right. You see, like, they're not backing out stupidly. There hasn't been a giant pileup before we've even made it to the first corner like they used to be. They are a little too aggressive in some scenarios, I feel like, at the moment. But they're a lot better at incident avoidance as well. Like you see there about the aggression, he just nudged me. How much is Live for Speed? It varies from region to region. And the content... Oh! Rip. Yeah, it's also distributed in like 4 different content packages. There's this demo, which is free. There's S1, which includes some of the content. There's S2, which has more, and S3, which has all of it. But you have to buy the licenses in order. You can't buy S2 and S3, but skip S1. For example, you have to do S1, S2, then S3. I mean, as you can see, the AI still aren't the quickest in a lot of combos, but they're a lot cleaner in racing. It's still a bit aggressive, so that's why you saw like half the LMP2 fields scatter off into the gravel. But they're actually a lot better at recovery now as well. They're a lot more steady on the grass or off-track surfaces. Because if you remember, they used to get on the grass and they just spin forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. Ooh, got a bit of a knockdown. He's knocked me again, son of a bitch. God damn it. That's what I mean about the AI being a bit too aggressive sometimes. They hip check you a bit. There you go, I got hip checked by a fucking GD3 just now. Oh, there's one of the... Oh, okay, that was on me. I just wasn't paying attention, I just turned. Pretty scared of all the counter steering you do, remember I'm on pad. It's mostly because I turned the traction control off in a car that was built with traction control. But yeah, there is gonna be, I think, at least one final patch that comes out with, or one final change in this current release that's gonna be to do with AI changes. But you can see, look, there you go, the AI all moving out the way, properly getting out of the way of the incident, which they used to just foolishly drive into the crashes. like ACAI do. And then would die. But here they were slowing down properly, moving out the way. He's stuck behind this car, but not anymore. They used to just get stuck there and go nowhere. Yeah, you see, this car's a lot more stable than I've turned the traction control on. Or I haven't turned it off, should I say. Traction control. I was built to use it, so I just turned it off because I'm a melon. Also, I drive like a lunatic, so... When Need for Speed Most Wanted speedrun stream? Never. Maybe a game I'll revisit casually. But, not one I'm ever gonna really take that seriously. But, I am planning to do a bunch of streams later on in the month of a, certain childhood game of mine. No clue if anyone will turn up to them, because I'll probably be in, like, the middle of the day, because I have most of those days off of work. And, I want a good few hours to be able to do all the stuff I need to do. I don't know when I'm gonna slot them in. Oh, I fucked this up. I wasn't paying attention. Ah. Oh, am I, like, beached? No. Just me hitting the wall. But, never turn up into an empty race. But, you know. More of a bit of a yearly tradition that I've been doing for the past few years, but I thought, you know what, might as well try and stream it this year. Oh, I have a terrible but funny... Actually, you know what, I want to try this. How will this go? This wasn't the actual idea I was thinking of. I wonder... How do 32 Skippies survive oval? I have no idea. We will find out. Skip over each other. You see, look, they're not backing out yet. They're going like 2-3 wide into the corners. Pretty epic stuff. Almost 4 wide ahead, sheesh. They used to just sit in a line and they'd, as soon as they get close to a car, they'd lift off the throttle and start blipping, but look at this. Spreading out all over the place, trying to find places where they could put their car where there aren't others, so they can get the advantage. I'm gonna roll around the high side here. If I could take a couple of these cars, they trip over each other. Oh, a little bit of a knock there. That's maybe a bit lower than I was anticipating. Trip over each other a little bit here. See, they still back out, but nowhere near as aggressively as they used to. And in scenarios where it actually makes sense. I had to back out of that one. He was not going to give me the space I wanted. Oh, he got stalled by that yellow car going slow. I don't know how much more. Still a bit more speed to squeeze out of this thing, it seems. I maybe should have looked into extending the gear ratios a little bit for this, but I didn't. Seems like they do drop off a little bit in speed through the mid-corner. He's pushing me out into the wall, don't you dare, Sonny Jim. Again, nice run here, though. from the slipstream of 21. Oh my god. But you can see they're much more willing to fight now, which is awesome. And one of the things I always kind of didn't really like was that they never really fought each other. Oh, he jumped out of it. He got spooked. I'm gonna go for a dive bomb here. Ooh, risky, but it worked mostly. This is the one problem I have, obviously, that they do hip check you a bit, hip check each other a little bit as well. Which is some cars it's fine, but in like faster and more sensitive cars it's really not fine. Like you see in the Skippies, we're banging wheels, but it doesn't matter because it's a Skippy. It's pretty durable, it can handle it. But in like the LMP1s or the open wheelers earlier, you bang wheels and you're dead. The grid has mostly filtered out into single file now, which is what you'd expect. And even if I did this combo in like NASCAR race in 2003, the same shit would probably happen. Just how this oval is, but I mean, you could see when they think there's a move on, they'll go for it. He's still there. No, he's not. Right. The P8 from P32. No cars have crashed out, which is pretty awesome. We're all still in a big conga line. Don't think I quite have slipstream here on the car ahead, which is unfortunate. Maybe nab an extra spot here at the end. Just keeping my foot in it. Nah, it's not gonna happen. You see a couple of cars behind those still battling it out. But for me, it's gonna be where it ends. So they go on their cooldown lap. Gonna overtake the field under race finished conditions and kill myself. Apparently, mostly. Oh, there you go. Do a little bit of a... I haven't actually done the Firm Bay Rally cross track yet, so let's do that. Do the green one, because it's funny. I don't know what car I'm going to pick. You know what? Balls to the wall. WRC. Totally the car you want for this kind of track. I think this track can only hold 16 cars. So... I'm not going to add too many. Apparently only 2% of fuel is needed. That's a lot. Here we go. Oh. That's not supposed to happen. I wonder if there's a way... I think my AI are out of date. What mod does this count as? It doesn't show me. Alright, hang on. Is there a way I can check this? I think they might need its AI regenerated. Which is kind of annoying. But I don't remember when I did this. It must have been ages ago. Data... I don't know where these files would be saved. ABC? No. Engine. Nope, that's just car engines grids. The grids I've saved. Icons K and W. I have no idea what this is. Modify this by date. KY1. TRS 2230. I'm gonna delete this and see what happens. Actually, no, I'm gonna rename it. Just to make sure. Okay, never mind. That did nothing. I don't think that's it. Move? I'm not sure. Not that. PNG ref script. No. Set up shaders. Sound SPR training vehicle views. WLD. No. Oh wait, mods. There's a mods folder. I'm stupid. Hang on. Okay. It's a GWRC. Move. No. Engine DDS. No, it's just textures. It's more textures. Where the hell do they track the AI? That's what I want to know. Gotta be somewhere, right? I have no idea. I'm just gonna trim the grid down to about 6 cars. Whatever. I don't know what was going on with the AI. But I'm pretty certain it just needs, like, regenning. But I can't... I don't know how to do that off the top of my head. Only one car didn't get going. It's not too bad. Need more bullets. And oh shit! that was on me. That was totally on me. Oh, I've. There you go. I totally wrecked the car. I got past him. And we're back in this. I guess one pretty interesting thing about the AI here that sort of sets them out from other sims is that the AI use one, as far as I'm aware, the exact same physics as the player does. Which does have its shortcomings, obviously. There's a reason why AI cheats in every other sim out there. I just bunched him out of the way. Good old bump and run. But I think that's what leads to the AI being a bit more endearing here. than in other sims. A lot of other sims, they kind of feel lifeless. I fucked that up pretty big time. Okay. Oh, the launch. Fuck. Oh, he's run out of fuel. Yeah, these AI lines are definitely wrong. Look, they've all run out of fuel. Oh. I need to figure out a way to delete the AI for this track, because it's like really out of date, it seems, for these cars. Because the AI is generated on a per car, per track basis. Yeah, this seems to be pretty out of whack. AC uses same physics too? Yeah, sort of, but not really. The AI 100%, like, I've seen it in the files in some places. The AI gets, like, does get a grip multiplier in some cars. It's not as egregious as, like, other sims, but it... Oh, yeah, of course, yeah, I murdered that man and completely stalled the car. Which is why I was on the back foot to begin with. Yeah, no, they get some, slight juice ups to, make them behave as they do. They definitely don't feel as raw. Like, that's one thing like, Live for Speed AI, I've always felt quite raw to me. Which is kind of a good thing. Like, a lot of sims, the AI feels quite canned. Unnatural. They behave weirdly. ACs especially. As someone who's raced them a lot and pushed their limits a lot, they do some funny things in funny scenarios that just make no sense. For example, if you bump draft an AI at AC, there's a certain threshold where once that varies from car to car, depending on a bunch of physics things, I guess. But once you go beyond that threshold, the AI starts to panic and starts to throw the car in a bit of a tank slapper. Like, it'll just start turning left and right for no reason. You're pushing it in a perfectly straight line, but it thinks that the world is about to end, and it starts turning the wheel, and the more you push, the harder and harder it starts tank slapping, and then it just spins and crashes. There's no reason for it to do it, it just does it. I don't know. Oh, there we go. Whee! That was a pretty spectacular flip. There's one of my really... I want to see, actually. I haven't tested them. I need to find my bully track layouts. Oh, I still have it. Yeah. Perfect. Okay. Track layout is designed to just be an ass. So we'll see how these cars handle it. Jacked up suspension. We're on road tires because we're just using road sections, obviously. But I'm intrigued to see how the AI behavior is different now. I'm also going to want to bring up the damage display because we're going to be damaging this car a fair bit over the bumps and jumps around here. Oh. Guess I can't tell when you're behind them in the center and think you push one turn, it just switches between left and right. Yeah, I don't know. It might also be because the harder you push, maybe, the less grip they have on the rears. I'm not sure. Uh-oh. Woo! We're good. Oh, too wide over the jump. Epic. Oh, I did not hit that right. Okay, yeah, they still don't read these very well. Like all my silly additions to the track, but I guess that's kind of expecting too much. Which space to give to, yeah. Can you change that? I think there might be a number where you can change that, but I could be wrong. I've just pushed him into those hay bales. He's eating shit. Oh, I was terrible in the braking. Makes it impossible to race in tracks at Monaco. Ooh. I know on NR 2003 you can change how much the AI is spaced, which can lead to really funny moments where you change it to a number that's so ridiculously low that they're literally just pushing each other and you get wrecks like every 2 seconds. I'm the bigger menace here than they are. They almost seem to be a little bit more aware of some of these things, though. It's weird. Oh, he's got his suspension is broken with the way that car's bouncing around. Oh, there goes mine. He stopped bouncing like a madman. Although CSP mostly fixed the race stats. But let me guess, that's stuck in Patreon hell as well. Oh, this is terrible to drive now. My suspension is gone. Oh my god. Oh! Oh, he's going. You know, I'm gonna follow him. It might be a suicide ploy. But I'm going. Three out of 4 of my suspensions are broken. But I refuse to lose this race. His suspension seems pretty fucked as well. Yeah, he's bouncing. Yep, his suspension is toast. 100%. Oh my god, it's like... The time being, yes. I mean, yeah, obviously that happens. Oh. Oh, if they run out of fuel again. Oh, shit. I minded that. I think this guy just died. Yeah, they're all going again. He's got stuck in a bit of a traffic jam. Oh my god. All my suspensions are gone. Very drivable car, I'm telling you. I've stalled. I'm down the third now. I can't lose. But I mean, yeah, people are obviously going to share the files with each other. Piracy is an inevitability of releasing shit on PC. Uh-oh. 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 Out of my wheels. No! Shit. Once again, on my roof. Seems to be my fate in this car. Just ending up plastered on my roof. Oh, look at this suspension. It's locked behind a verification system. It's fully locked behind Patreon. But I mean, I'm pretty certain he doesn't want people to be sharing these files around. Just because you can doesn't mean you should, as the saying always goes. You know? But no, I'm just not... I'm not a big fan of so much of it being walled behind a Patreon. I get the man's gotta make money. But, I don't know. I feel like some of these features are being intentionally elongatedly walled behind a Patreon to push people to cough up. I don't even know why he's doing it. But, I don't know. Semantics. Let's try something real fucking stupid. Oh, God. Can the AI... Can we make a lap? One lap. That's all I'm asking. One singular lap. I mean, no, I'm not saying he's greedy. Otherwise, the price for it would be, like, extortionate. But I'm just not a fan of the concept of withholding some of these things behind a Patreon. Oh, back on my wheels. Yeah, let's go. Okay, hey, we're good. Let's throw plugs on the trick, yep. I think one of them's falling out of the map, oh no. Look at DLSS to Starfield. Yeah. Woo! I punctured my tire. Basically running on no power because open diff. There you go. Oh, they run out of fuel now. Okay. Okay, that's enough of that. Yeah, no, I heard about that. I was kind of a bruh. But I mean, yeah. I don't know exactly how it turned out, but I saw basically everyone was pirating it, so... It does kind of suck, though, that modern games are kind of dependent on these things like DLSS and stuff now, though. Because, like, yeah, this technology is pretty neat, and it's great that we have it. But the fact that games have become almost dependent on it, not really great, is it? It's basically now just an excuse for shit optimization. Oops, we forgot to optimize our game. Never mind. Magic Wonder Tool fixes it for us. The complex CSP is pretty old, but it's still years of work. I mean, yeah, you're not wrong, but it is still a lot of content walled behind a paywall. And yes, it is a small paywall, but it's still a paywall nonetheless. So it's, I don't know. Something that just doesn't really sit too well with me, to be honest. That's just my own sort of personal sort of thoughts and opinions. Would you rather it be rushed or released unfinished? Well, that's not a valid argument here. Because it is released. You just have to pay money to get to that release. So, you know, like, the builds have always been there. But it does just feel like he's kind of holding on to a lot of these, maybe longer than he should. It's just my 2 cents, though. Me sounding all accenty. I guess that's one way of putting things. Hello there, Bill. How's it going? Hello. Yep, we finished the main meat and potatoes. We're just chatting now, really. There's not really a lot happening. But, you're streaming on my homepage. Oh, nice. Fair enough, fair enough. Yeah, and I'm always streaming on a Tuesday evening. Because I host a couple of races over on SRS, which is a racing platform for AC, if you didn't know. And I've been doing that for a year and a half now or so. So it's been pretty good. Didn't know I'm worth underinformed. I don't really... There are some corners where I shout about it a lot, but I don't shout out about it a lot in IDP for reference. So, not really the right audience. Initial AC. But yeah, no, I think fuck's sakes. Oh, somebody tagged me about the old with both the statements from R Factor 2 and Renge Sport talking about the old it's just like, hey, what the fuck, you know anything about this? It's the I guess I could probably quickly... You should join his Discord server. Yes. Well, not much happens there at the moment. Maybe in time it'll become a more active hub for things, but at the moment, eh. Just the right one. Oh, that's way too zoomed in. Yeah, someone sent me this, which is the old, I've read this one, the R Factor 2 statement from Studio 397. But, I haven't read Rennsport's one. Which is, so if you don't know the content, yeah, enhanced. If you don't know the context behind this, it was, yeah, it was basically... There have been claims circulating on the interwebs about old Rennsport here potentially copying some code from R Factor 2. So that's why there's the two statements here. I have read this one. They basically just said that they haven't authorized any licenses out to anyone. But this Rennsport one here. Let's see, we're proud to say all content and libraries used for production of Rennsport are created by us, commissioned or licensed appropriately. Which I guess actually here. So neither of them. The interesting point about both of these. See, you know what? We're busting out paint. I need to do some further analysis. Alright, we're busting out paint. We're getting serious here. Let's... Alright, here we go. Okay, so. Okay. So as you can see here, we have both the statements. However, interesting point I noticed in both. Let me shrink my chat window a little bit. So you see, Motorsports Games has not issued a license for R Factor 2 technology to any game developer at this time, nor are we aware of the licenses issued by Studio 397. A wholly organized subsidiary of Motorsports Games prior to the acquisition of the game team, development team, blah blah blah. Okay, so this is all kind of irrelevant. We can basically just... This is just Motorsports Games saying, lol, we had no involvement in this. We're dipping out, so I'm just gonna... Nobody cares about Motorsports Games, so I'm just gonna... There you go. Nobody gives a shit. Voila, Motorsports Games no longer exist. Bravo, I did it, guys. I saved SimRacing. Anyway, so... It says, as it says here, Studio 397 is, under terms of previous agreements, the sole owner of the relevant various technologies for entertainment uses. We are aware that prior to our acquisition of Studio 397, so this is saying they still own things, and under previous agreements, the original creator of the underlying software had licensed that foundational technology to various developers. So that implied that they never said who, but they said they had licensed this technology out to developers. No element for R Factor 2, be that code or assets, may be used without express written permission. So this never accuses Rennsport of stealing, nor does it say that any code was stolen. And interestingly, over here, Rennsport corroborates that. Oh, I fucked that up. I can draw a line, people. The key point being... God, I can't draw. It's obviously this bit. Commissioned or licensed appropriately. Which means that the rumors probably were true. There probably is R Factor 2 code in Rennsport. But, as it says here, they had licensed it. And they only use, as you see, it says all, use that stuff. I've made a right fucking mess of this. So that's an interesting point that I just noticed. So yeah, they kind of corroborate each other. It's good to know. We stole it, we paid for it first. But, yeah, no, it kicked up a bit of a stir, and, I think that is interesting. I don't know if a lot of people will pick up on this. Hopefully they do. Albeit, to be honest, I don't really give a shit about Rennsport. It's too esports focused on my liking. Which, I don't know, yeah, it's just not really how I roll with sim racing stuff. So, I don't really like it. It'd be interesting to see how it comes along, but, you know, it's whatever. Tyler, everything's starting in... You know, I had no clue what you were on about, and then I realized, of course, Twitter is now called X. I'd forgotten about that. Actually, I did see a funny piece that was, apparently Elon tried to do, like, a video game live stream on, He apparently tried to do a video game live stream on X. But apparently it was just completely rubbish. He had like such a terrible setup and like a really cheapo headset. The stream was like constantly flickering. Perfect. Yes, our good old friend Elon. Tried to shoot from the border. Amazing. The day that man runs out of money is the day the world is a better place. Sadly, it seems like it's not going to happen anytime soon, but meh. I'm going to have his cowboy hat on backwards. Anyways. I think I'm going to wrap it all up here. It was a pretty good stream. But yeah, thanks everyone who showed up and raced. Thanks everyone who showed up and chatted. Next week we'll be back here again, as per usual. Getting down to the same old business. Some fun tracks coming up next week, so should hopefully lead to some fun racing. But yeah, until then, see you all around. Adios.